Yes, guys, we are back. Arsenal 1, Fulham 1. Match reaction, it's impossible. I'm not saying this. In my match preview, if you still remember, the words I used, they were so positive. Very positive words. I thought we were going to win it. But utterly disappointing, guys. Utterly disappointing. I don't know what happened there. I just don't know what happened there. At the Emirates Stadium, Fulham came and grabbed a point. Actually, they should have grabbed 3 points. I think they deserved it. They deserved 3 points. I'm just disappointed. And this time, I'm not only disappointed with Mikel Arteta. I'm not disappointed much in Mikel. I'm disappointed with these players. It's the time to ask a question. Do these players care? Do these players know what they're doing? Do these players actually add anything to Arsenal? It's the time. So smash the like button. Get your subscriptions in. Thanks everybody who has been joining me, for the content. It really means a lot, and I'll keep on doing the same. So let's get into it. At halftime, I thought Arsenal were brilliant, especially the first 15 minutes of the game. I thought we were brilliant. We were pressing well. We were running fast. Gabriel Martinelli has, got a chance. I think in the first 1 minute, inside the first 1 minute, Gabi gets a chance. He's one-on-one through with the goalkeeper, and he puts it wide. Of course, that's explainable. The match has just begun, and he lacks a lot of fitness. Okay, that's okay. And everybody thinks, this is a game that Arsenal are going to win because we started off so well. We were pressing. We were doing absolutely everything, you can think of as an Arsenal side. We were the better side in this game for the first 15 minutes. From there, we slowed down. Arsenal slowed down. There was nothing. No heart, no fight, no breath. We slowed down. Mohamed Elneny, Dani Ceballos, they completely disappeared in that game. We started passing this ball from front to back. That has been our problem, and I spoke about it, I think, in so many match reactions, that why do we pass the ball so often from front to back? It's what happened today. Dani Ceballos passing sideways, Mohamed Elneny anonymous in that game. I don't know what he was trying to do in the game. We played football that put us on the same level as Fulham. That's it. We played football, and you couldn't differentiate which is the better side, either Arsenal or Fulham. The tactics were okay, and that's why I think Mikel doesn't have a big problem in this game. He doesn't have a big problem. It is down to the players, because we cannot blame the manager all the time. Every time we lose a game, the manager. You tell me the manager can't get it right. It's ridiculous. You had 65% ball possession. We failed to create chances. It's utterly disappointing, embarrassing. No chance. You can't beat Fulham, Arsenal. That is the point. It's not all about Mikel. It's not about who is managing this club. Whether we have a manager on that bench or not, we should be able to beat Burnley. We should be able to beat Fulham. We should be able to beat the last 3. Should be able to beat Sheffield United. And that's what I told you guys in the last match reaction. Because I told you what Arsenal have displayed today against Sheffield is not good enough. That is not the Arsenal performance you want to see. And many people told me, no, because it's a good performance. It was brilliant. Whenever Arsenal fans win, it's a brilliant performance. You don't know that you can win a game with a poor performance. You can't. Paul says Gabriel needs to work on his confidence. It's Rob Holding first who needs to work on his confidence. It's first Rob Holding who needs to work on his confidence first, and then the other players can. Because I don't know. And I say this when the watch along was starting, that it's inevitable for Arsenal not to concede. It's inevitable. We have to concede a goal, and we did concede one, a penalty. But look at it. You're conceding a goal in the 59th minute. What were you doing? 45 minutes of halftime. Arsenal had the ball. Arsenal had absolutely everything to take away in that game. The chances were not there. We just ran dry. There is no consistency in this team. And that's why I told you, can we win 3 in a row? No. The answer is no. Arsenal don't, consistency, no consistency FC, that is our name. 1-1 against Fulham. Just 1-1 out of the blue after beating Sheffield United, after getting a comfortable win against Slavia. Now it is 1-1. It is finished. Arsenal have equalized in the 97th minute. 97th minute. Imagine. So only that means that, that actually means that if this game had 90 plus 4 minutes, we're not going to win it. And for me, it is just embarrassing, guys. It's just embarrassing. It's at the Emirates Stadium. It is Fulham. Fulham are 18th in this season. They're 18th. And Arsenal are 9th. And we have drawn 1-1 after Arsenal struggling to get a point in the game. What do you expect? What do you expect Arsenal fans to do? I don't know whether the problem is with mikel. I don't know whether the problem is with what, but it doesn't make sense. And we've said this before. This team is just poor. Very, very poor. There is no way anyone can say that this team deserves anything. Nothing. What? You're going to change the whole team in the summer? No. How many players would you upgrade in that team in the summer? Probably you're going to change Hector Bellerin. Okay. You're going to bring in a new. Tierney will be back. Who else? The rest are starters. Apart from Mohamed El-Neni, probably. The rest are starters in that game, in that team. And Fulham is struggling. How many games has Fulham won in their last 6 games? I told you, 1 win in their last 6. And the rest are losses. They have lost 5 out of their last 6 games. And they get a point at the Emirates Stadium. This is, there are things that just must stop. This is so embarrassing. This is the level we are at, that Fulham 1-1, Arsenal draw. Edin Ketia. I don't know whether Arsenal fans. I'm about to see people telling me Edin Ketia is masterclass. He should have started that game. But this is so poor. You have the possession. You have everything it takes. You're beaten Slavia Prague with the same quality. I don't know what Mikel is going to tell us. I don't know what Mikel is going to say. But I would love to listen from him. I would love to listen from him. I just want to see what Mikel is going to say in this after this game. Because it's pretty clear for me that he has no explanation for this. He said in his press conference that there is no time to prepare. No time to prepare for Fulham. No time to prepare for Fulham. There is no excuse. This is abysmal. This is a performance that should not be around Arsenal. This is an absolute abysmal. Absolute abysmal. This is abysmal. I mean, I don't get it. I don't know what's wrong with this team. Is it a taboo at Arsenal to score more than one, to win more than 3 games? What's wrong? Someone needs to tell us, because when we win the next game, we are not gonna win it. And it is now a sequence that is living on daily, match day in, match day out. Because Fulham, I mean, who are Fulham? Who is Fulham? I mean, just tell me, how can we fail to beat Fulham? How can we fail to beat Fulham? What is the reason you can't beat Fulham? Because you played Europa League football? That is ridiculous. And I think we have become to this level of a mid-table team that you're not going to see a lot of tension in Arsenal fans or in the fan base or in the Arsenal community because we drew 1-0 to Fulham. It's going to be like, we survived the loss. But you're surviving the loss. Chelsea is beating City to go to the finals of wherever. Is it FA Cup or wherever? I don't know. United is second. Liverpool is going back to the Champions League very time soon. So it looks like Arsenal is isolated. We have accepted our level. And for me, that doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense for me. Something has to be done. Smash the like button if you're live, if you're watching live. But something has to be done with this club. We just can't keep on with these poor performances. Match day in, match day out. Fulham, You can't. You know what's funny is now Arsenal can't come into a game where you feel you're gonna beat Fulham. That is what is funny. You're not coming into a game where you feel you can beat Fulham. You're actually coming into a game where you think, if we beat Fulham, we can do this. If we beat Fulham, seriously, if we beat Fulham. So for me, guys, this has been one of the worst performances I've seen. Not for the fact that Arsenal has not played, has played utterly poorly, but against Fulham, we expect something 10 times than what we've seen. It's not about the result. It's not about the 1-1. It's about what we did on the pitch. Did we do enough? No. Is there an excuse any Arsenal fan or any Arsenal player is going to give you? No. These players don't deserve to be in these shirts. They just don't deserve. And, I don't want to blame Mikel a lot in this game. He played ceballos and Mohamed El-Neni. And I want us to compare Arsenal, the overall quality, and the overall quality of Fulham. At least even if we had won it 1-0, it wouldn't be enough. But you would say Arsenal edged Fulham. What is wrong with Arsenal? But now it is Arsenal get a point against Fulham. Seriously, Arsenal grab a point against Fulham. That's ridiculous. That is just ridiculous. Arsenal grabbed the point against. I don't have words for this game. I just don't have words for this game. Because I don't believe Arsenal have just failed to beat Fulham. Fulham is 18th. They're battling relegation. And I say this on my watch along that as soon as Fulham score, this game is going to change, and it changed. As soon as Fulham score, the game changes, and Arsenal begins to panic. Panic mode, panic FC. That is it. And then, of course, it comes with the match reaction. Really, it's funny. It is really, really funny. Smash the like button. Get your comments in. I'm gonna take them just in a minute. But something has to be done with this football club. Something really has to be done. Link is in the comment section if you want to join in live and get your match reaction. But I don't know. I don't know how many summers are going to change this football club. Away from Mikel Arteta, away from what, this club is just not good enough. The football we're playing is just not good enough. Very, very poor. Very poor. You play, and I say this against Sheffield game. I still remember. I told you that performance that was not good. That performance was not good. Don't over rely on it. It's a job done, not a good performance, because we are playing the 20th, team on the table. We've seen United beat Southampton. Southampton are fighting for top for this season. They beat Southampton 9 goals. That is a top class performance. When Arsenal beats Sheffield United, we buy Benz, we buy Ferrari, we bust champagne. Those performances there are just absolutely so poor. And we've got to accept it. This is a club that needs to be doing better and better than this. Arsenal is not a club of drawing 1-0 with Fulham. Look, we've drawn 1-0 with Fulham. We lost to Burnley. We've lost to Burnley. I think we have not beaten Burnley this season, have we? No, we have not. We've not beaten Burnley this season. So, the respect this club has is going away. And for me, it's not even about the summers. No. It's not about the summers. When you look at the players that have played today, 90% of these players or 80% of these players are going to be the same players that play for Arsenal next season. Because if you look at Lacazette, look at Martinelli, Saka, Smith Rowe, the midfield is completely is completely gone. Look at Xhaka. Look at Gabriel and Rob Holding. 7 out of the 11. So these players, these men, are the same players that are going to play for us next season, and probably the season after next season. So it's not about the transfer sum. I don't want anyone to come and say, Kosi, please, let's go in the transfer window and sign. You're not going to sign 4 players as Arsenal. You're only going to sign 2, 3. So that means you've got to work with the quality you have. You've got to walk the talk. Trust the process. That's what Mikel Arteta says. And that's why I just hate this manager. I just hate the manager. Trust the process. What is telling us. Trust the shit. Because every time you're paying money to watch trash, Arsenal playing. Trash. Always watching trash, Arsenal playing. You're passing sideways. I don't know. Fulham didn't come to play a defensive game, and they didn't do that. If you look at how Fulham were playing, Fulham were playing today, they were not playing a defensive game. Unless I didn't see the match well, but they were not playing a defensive game. No. What Fulham were doing was they played from the back. They gave us all the gaps, all the spaces we wanted. We didn't utilize that. We just didn't. Fulham didn't actually close up. They never played a low block. They never. I didn't see Fulham have 10 players in their box, try from minute 1 to minute 90, trying to block Arsenal, kick balls into away, put balls into throw in. They didn't do that. They played a fair game. They opened up, and we created some chances, courtesy of Fulham, opening up, and they opened us wide. They opened us wide. So that's why I'm saying this is not a problem for the summer. This is a problem with attitude. This is a problem with character of the players, that when they win 2 games, they can't win a third. Why? It's a big question. And the thing that Mikel needs to work on, if he's serious, first and foremost, why does this club switch off, in between games? Why do we switch off in between games? It is 1-1, and then Arsenal switches off. It is because if you look at the period when we conceded the goal, it looked like Fulham, were playing the academy, and that has happened almost in every game this season. Arsenal switching off like zip. Remember FC off. I just our players electronic, that at some point in time they need batteries or chargers, something like that. Because in every game, I want you to go back. In every game, there are moments when Arsenal players switch off. But I've seen Everton play; they don't switch off. If they're having a bad performance, they will get good moments in a bad performance. If they're having a good performance, it will be a good performance all through. It never happens with Arsenal. And I told you in the first 15 minutes, you thought Arsenal were going to win this by a big margin, because they were doing everything it could take. Everything, absolutely everything it could take. What happened was, after some 15 minutes, 5 minutes later, there is no heart, there is no pace, there is no pressure, there is no nothing. The ball is rolling from Fulham side to Arsenal side, and then from Arsenal side to Fulham side with a lot of ease. It's like we never had a CDM. It's like we never had the midfield. It was just pointless. Pointless. We had 348 passes in the first half. How many of those were in the danger area? Oh, Arsenal has won the game against Slavia and Sheffield United. They can go ahead and beat Fulham. Where's the win? I think, we just need to stop being deluded as Arsenal fans. This club is not going to become any better. That's the truth. I don't think this club is going to become any better. The players don't care. The management doesn't care. Because, look, someone would say, we are finishing 9th. The owner is looking at these performances and is like, okay, they are not good enough. What do we have to do? Probably Stan Kroenke could go in the summer. We're not going to sign players in the summer because the management doesn't care. The players themselves, they do not care. I've watched Arsenal in 2006, 2007, 2008, 2010, 2011, 2012. I've seen the Santi Cazolas, I've seen the Jack Wishers, I've seen the Aaron Ramses. when we are a goal down, Arsenal is different. The pressure, the press we are putting onto the opponent is different. We have pressed every team in the Premier League this season. We have ever pressed every team in their own half. Be it Liverpool, be it United, be it what? Arsenal pressing and pressing and pressing in a game. Now, Arsenal can't win a game against Fulham. It's funny. It's funny. It's so funny. Because at times you want to ask yourself what went wrong. That is it. At times you want to ask yourself what exactly went wrong. Why did Arsenal how did we get here? That's the question you've got to ask yourself. How did we get here? But then you ask, then the answer is easy. We have been like this for seasons and seasons. So for me, guys, look, I want to read some of your comments, but I think the problem with Arsenal, and it's not going to change, it is the fact that we don't care. There is no heart in this football club. There is nothing, absolutely nothing in this football club. I hope my internet is fine. I hope my connection is fine. Gabriel need to work on his confidence. Look, all players need to work on their confidence in this team. All players. It's not just Gabriel. It's not Gabriel alone. All players need to work on their confidence. This side is so disappointing. This side is so poor. At times you even want to ask whether these are Arsenal players. Because they are so poor. They're very, very, very poor. Very poor. Like you can't imagine. Very, very poor. Elneny out, Hector out, Nketiah out, Ceballos out, and we have we have to start blaming Pepe now because it's nonsense to perform in Europa League. Only Fulham is not a big side against us, not to attack. Look, you can blame whoever you want, OG. We can blame whoever is around. We can blame Mikel, we can blame Pepe, but this team needs to work on them, on their quality, the quality of deliverance. The blame games we've done the blame games. They are there. The blame games have been done. But where do we go from here? That's the biggest question. That's the biggest question. Where do we go from here? Yeah, I can see Elneny is not good enough, Hector is not good enough, Nketiah is not good enough, Ceballos is not good enough. But how did they come to the side? Why do we have that quality? Why don't we have Dokore? Why don't we have Abdullah Dokore? Why don't we have the Allen? Why do we have Muhammad Elneny? And why has Elneny stayed at Arsenal ever since we discovered he was not good enough? So the questions are very, 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 very many. Very many. I don't understand this language, but thank you so much, Arsenal. Means a lot. A very bad draw, missed opportunities. Kosi, was that an offside fast goal? Look, I mean, we have VAR that has ruined football to the bones, to the bone marrow. So, does it even matter? But okay, let's say we've been given that goal. It would change everything. But remember, in the midweek, a goal was denied. The same goal was denied. Offside. Goal denied. And then we score 4. What happened today? The quality of the opponent is the same. What actually happened? Why didn't we, why didn't we just, grab an equalizer? For me, that's my question. Why didn't we get another goal? Why did it take us a lot of time to respond? So many questions, guys. I just don't believe that everything is okay at this football club. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, please. Natu, how are you doing?
How you good? How you good?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, today I see the game.
Yes.
It was very poor. Yeah, I know it's good performance. We had a
Yeah.
lot of chances to score, but we are unlucky. We
We were
had
not unlucky. We were not. Not. We were not unlucky. I want us to put the things right. We were not unlucky. We were not efficient.
yeah.
Exactly. So we were not efficient. We were. We missed chances that we should have scored. We were not efficient. We were not clinical.
Yeah, the first goal from Van Sabas, it
Yeah.
was not offside for me.
Okay.
I don't know what you say about
Yeah.
but
Okay. Let's say that goal was not offside. But in midweek, we scored a goal, and it was ruled offside, and then we scored again. What happened today? Why didn't we go for goal? Why didn't we score again? Thank you, Natu. Papos, how are you doing, bro?
Not very good. Not very good. Not very good.
Yeah, I'm also not doing. You know what I'm tired, Papos. Before we even get into it, is Arsenal fans trying to make excuses for performances of this club all the time. We missed chances. We were unlucky. We were not unlucky. We were not clinical. We were not efficient. We were not good enough. We were not there. The performance was not there. I think that is it. I don't want people to say Arsenal was unlucky. What do you mean by unlucky? I mean, yeah, I've seen two times the ball was cleared off the line. You need to be you don't need to be unlucky. You need to be clinical. But anyway, what is your reaction to this performance? For me, it's poor. It's very poor. We created chances. I know. We had 65% ball possession, but it was poor for me. What's your reaction?
My reaction is I'm not surprised. At all. To be honest.
Yeah.
We've lost this season. Yeah. So we've already had 12 matches this season. It's not coincidence. And we've had seven. This score today. We're lucky to get a point. If Fulham had not given away that we probably would have gone away with 3 points. But I think for me, one thing that disappoints me the most in the fact that we decided to play this rubbish team. Players that don't play. I'm gonna say this many times. Bellerin, Nene, these type of players, they're not good enough. They're just not good enough. They should be playing for Arsenal, not Arsenal. That's the problem we have. And then what makes it worse for me is we bring on the players too late. Why are you bringing on the players? It doesn't make sense. How can you go in 50th minute? If I'm not mistaken, they scored quite early, and they scored 59, 16, half an hour to go, normal time, and you can't go to yourself and make a change. This manager, I don't know what this manager thinks sometimes. For me, I'm gonna say this. Bellerin, that's the season done. Send him on holiday. I don't want to get that guy again. Send him on holiday. I don't want to see him again. There's some players like Gabriel. For me, it's not penalty, but him and Holding, they don't work. I think.
And
if I'm not mistaken, the first point we've got with them it's not coincidence. This is typical Arsenal. And then we had I feel sorry for Matt Ryan. What could you do? I find it funny. It was our best attacker. He won the header for the goal. So that helped us. But it's not unlucky. It's rubbish. As usual.
Rubbish as usual, and I absolutely agree with you. But first and foremost, let's talk about the game in general. The performance was ours. To take, we could do it wherever we wanted. I don't think Fulham play a low block. They never played a low block. They played open football, so we could pass. They could pass. do you think we are just we just lack the the mentality for consistency? Because I don't remember the last time we've seen Arsenal go for 3 or 4 goal, four games in a row, and I feel like this is consistent. What's wrong? Why don't we get that consistency?
We never play the same line. How would they have consistency? It doesn't
Yeah,
make
by the way,
sense.
yeah.
It's
By
a
the way.
different every game. Every game. So already that's inconsistent. How do we expect it to be consistent? For me, the number one problem is we fail to have starting 11 this season. And that's what I think the problem has been this season. We haven't had the senior players playing with each other, learning each other's game, playing, through bad, through good. It's impossible to play like that. For me, it's like they're all strangers to me. They meet new person every time. And then he hasn't played for I don't know how long. And then he's playing next to Ceballos.
Yeah.
Martinelli hasn't been playing for how long? Plays against Sheffield United. Done well. Missed the last place here.
Yeah.
It's like what they expect him to do. My biggest concern now, not just right now, the future is we cannot have Eddie Nketiah being a striker for the next few games. I am seriously worried now because don't get me wrong, he scored the goal today, but he had the chance earlier. Easy touch, and he just goes off the pitch. To me, I don't know, man. This manager, he has a lot of answers for me, and I'm gonna say this again. Do not expect us to Europa League. For me, Europa League is 50-50. I think Villarreal are now going to game as favorite this game because if we're doing that against Fulham, we'll be against Villarreal.
At times I want to cast this football club, but then I remember we are part of it, and we've always been part of it. But anyway, purpose first and foremost, for me, what this shows me, and I don't think we will win the Europa League. I don't think Europa League is there for win. I think it's United's cup. If they don't win it, they're just going to. They'll just blame themselves. It's United's cup. It's not us. It's not an Arsenal cup. I don't think we shall take it. Arsenal performed poorly. I don't know if they normally train to score goals from wrong range. No, I don't think. I think I can't pick out a player today who was good enough. I can't pick out a player who I think gave us their best. Probably, could we have a problem with the attitude and mentality of these players? A purpose that they just don't care. They're not those players that really care.
Well, I look at it. Danny Ceballos does he really need to? He's only at the end of the day. He's trying to get that move back to Madrid. So that's one problem. I look at players like Saka and they can only do so much. We can't rely on every week. Today I felt Saka was poor. For me, the one problem I have is he's too one-footed. That's the problem I have. He needs to be able to use his right foot. Many times he had to go on his right foot. No, he cuts back and it helps the team. That's another problem. So for me, some of these players, I just think they themselves, even though they don't really care because it's really not good enough. I think today I can't name you one player that plays 100%. Cannot. I really can't. That's what I'm disappointed about today. It is what it is. What's the best you can do in the Premier League? What's happening now? It's just for me, we have to start planning for next season. Just start today. They've been talking about they've already been planning. That's rubbish. They haven't been planning because just get into next season, and we're playing the same football we are today. Yeah. I don't want to see Danny Ceballos come back on loan. I don't want to see any loan players. If we can't get Odegaard prominently, don't bring him back on loan. I know he's a good player, but I don't want loan players. I want players that are going to be here, determined to stay here for the future and do what they can. Because we cannot keep being out of Europe. It's embarrassing that European and doing crap every season. Do you not see the match? Look at it. After the Slavia game, the 1-1. I'm just like, I cannot talk to my friends because they're watching football. They're beating Dortmund. That's what happened. For me, I'm just watching us rubbish week in, week out. And this annoys me the most. People still think this manager. It's like he has the best tactical awareness. He doesn't. He's inexperienced. This man, he needs to learn more. He could be a great manager. But what he's doing now is good enough. That is my problem with him. And we paid the price this season.
Not to your in. What is your basic reaction to this game? Because for me, I just can't take it. Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you. Are you there?
What say again? Your question.
I was saying, what is the overall picture you got about this game?
Yeah. You know the Muhammad very cool. He had chance to pass in front of the attack, but he does the work.
Yeah.
So that's the problem for me. And Bellerin was very slow. Start. No good for me. I don't know.